You have to see this to believe it, and, well, you are seeing it right there in British Columbia when a moose took a wrong turn and ended up on the top of someone's carport. A man heard something strange as he parked his car, and that's when he noticed the big animal right up there on the roof.
Can you imagine how loud that would have been?
Oh my God, I'm surprised it didn't break through the roof. The moose was apparently lost and just looking for a way to get down because, you know, I guess that's a normal spot for a moose to get lost in on the top of a roof.
Bizarre. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your Thursday. Watch out for a wet, slushy mess in South Fargo today after a water main break flooded a city intersection. City crews spent much of the night cleaning it up, but the street is now back open. It happened around 21st Street and 11th Avenue South. Before the intersection was blocked off last night, people were driving through several inches of water.
One car even getting stuck in the slush, and it had to be pulled out. The city had to shut down the water service to some homes in the area as repairs were underway. Public Works officials say these types of water main breaks are common this type of the year as the cold frost impacts the water lines. And our own Al Ahmet drove on it this morning, and he said it was a pretty rough go. Police are giving drivers a heads up about trouble with parking on the clogged city streets in Moorhead. And it's a warning now, but it could turn into parking tickets or tows. This season's snow accumulation has narrowed the streets, and police say the area around MSUM is especially tough.
Some two-way streets are so narrow that cars can barely squeeze through. Plows are also having a hard time clearing and widening the streets because of so many cars still parked in those snowy areas. Police say it also blocks emergency vehicles from getting to people in need of help. If your car is impounded, you'll have to pay impound fees and the wrecker expense, as well as $10 for every day your car is left in the impound lot.
Just about 9 minutes before the top of the hour, we could expect more snow over the weekend, but for today, we have a very beautiful sunrise going on.
Yeah, it's really pretty kind of dreamy out there with that sunrise happening just over a layer of some haze, some fog that's developed here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. So watch out for some lower visibility here this morning while this lasts. It should start to improve once we get that sun up here, but something to keep in mind here as you're getting ready to head out the door. We're looking at temperatures on their way up into the teens. I have 16 degrees in Fargo, mostly sunny skies with a little bit more cloud cover down to the south, closer to a system that's missing us. And we'll show you that in a moment. Wind is pretty quiet out of the south today. Maybe a few of us getting some wind speeds into the teens. So visibility right now at the airport at 9 miles in Fargo. Over in Jamestown, we're at a quarter mile there. Otherwise, the visibility reports coming in are good. And check out these temperatures. It's frigid. We're 24 below in Foston. It's 22 below in Park Rapids, and Fargo's at 14 below, 16 below in Grand Forks. So just a frigid morning here. This will be the last of it here for the extended planner. And wind speeds are looking very quiet. In fact, a lot of calm reports with some clouds, again, passing by along the southern part of our viewing area. South of I-94 and Highway 10 is where we're seeing most of that. And you can see where that system is in South Dakota, down into Nebraska as well. Can't rule out a couple of flurries with this along the state line, but overall, we're looking at some quieter weather again today. Now, when it won't be quiet is this weekend. We've got a winter storm watch that's in effect, or takes effect rather, Saturday morning and lasts through Sunday. And we're looking at this for the southern half of the valley, basically Highway 200 and point south, because that's where we'll likely see some of the heavier snow with this system. There'll be some wind with it too, with heavy snow stretching down into southern Minnesota, parts of eastern South Dakota. And a look at our snowfall potential. This gives us an idea of what we're looking at here, what we may be dealing with. 6 inches of snow or more potentially in the south and over toward the east. Friday should be quiet, but that system again ramps up Saturday morning. Don't forget to turn your clocks forward. We'll have more on that system as it gets closer, and then next week more of that snow on the way with another system rolling through. Let's check in now with Al.
Lisa, we're on Interstate 94 at Vets Boulevard. And boy, I tell you what, the fog is really thickened up here all of a sudden. You're driving it as clear as a bell, and all of a sudden you're in the fog. Go figure. It doesn't really seem to be impacting traffic all that much, but definitely an issue. So make sure you're driving with your lights on this morning. Traffic is really picked up out here on Interstate 94. Westbound in particular is very, very busy. Interstate 29 traffic pretty darn active as well, both north and southbound lanes. We have a stalled car you need to know about. It's on eastbound Interstate 94, just on the east side of the tri-level. Make sure you're looking out for that one. No lights, no flashers. And on 19th Avenue North, we have a pickup. Looks like a Chevrolet pickup that's got a tire problem. Eastbound 19th Avenue, just east of the I-29 interchange. No lights, no flashers on that one either. Make sure that you're looking out for it. Drive carefully this morning. Travel speeds are up there. Al, I'm at Valley Today traffic.
Crews are keeping an eye on smoldering rubble after a major fire in the Northern Valley. The fire destroyed North Border Enterprises in Walhalla, North Dakota yesterday.
We're told the building burned down to the ground. Firefighters are still looking for the cause. A pastor in Ramsey County, North Dakota, has been sentenced for stealing from his church.
Donald Reynolds pleaded guilty to taking nearly $35,000 from High Plains Ministry in Edmore over a 14-year period by receiving reimbursements for bogus charges. He's been sentenced to a month in jail or 300 hours of community service, 3 years of probation, and restitution. North Dakota's Republican-led legislature wants to make it harder for people to amend the state constitution. The House yesterday voted to raise the margin necessary for voters to approve a constitutional amendment to 60% instead of just a majority. The Senate passed a similar resolution earlier in the day.
A new bill in Minnesota could immediately restore voting rights to offenders as soon as they're released. Right now, Minnesota restores voting rights after released inmates finish their probation, which can take years to do. Opponents say the instant reinstatement ignores the probation part of an offender's punishment. It took a federal appeals court ruling, but Minnesota boys can now compete on their high school dance teams. Two Twin Cities boys have been fighting for the chance to try out for their school's dance teams after the state high school league said the teams were for girls only.
A federal judge denied the boys' request for an injunction to allow them onto the teams, but an appeals court reversed the judge's ruling yesterday. The two boys will be able to join their school's dance teams next season, while a federal district court decides on a broader scale if boys can join dance teams. Future lottery jackpot winners in Minnesota could be shielded from unwanted attention under proposed legislation.
State lawmakers are considering a bill that would allow lottery winners to keep their identities a secret. Lottery winners currently don't have to pose with an oversized check, but their names are still made public. The oldest and longest running agriculture show in North Dakota is going on right now in Valley City. It's the 82nd annual Winter Show, which features equipment, livestock, and food exhibits, among many other activities.
Organizers say the Winter Show is evolving to provide something for all ages. It runs through Sunday. The Moorhead Spuds boys hockey team is bringing its 12-game winning streak to the state tournament tonight, and their first opponent will be a tough one.
The Spuds go up against #1 seed Edina tonight at the XL Energy Center. The puck drops at 6 p.m. It's an event dedicated to teaching women powerful skills to overcome any obstacle that life might throw at you.
The Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live this morning from Studio B with more on the return of beautiful wholeness. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, guys. I'm joined by Coach Mandy, who is a co-founder of Big Blue Couch Coaching, and you are also bringing beautiful wholeness back to Fargo. And so if this is women's first time coming out to this event, what is the mission behind it? How are you empowering these women?
Well, Beautiful Wholeness is really an entire day of personal and professional development. We like to tell people it's a day where you can learn skills to transform your relationships, your career, and your lives. And so really whatever you want to move forward in life, this is a great first step to get your feet wet. If you're a personal development junkie, then you definitely want to be there, because it's all of that and more, and you get to meet a lot of people. We always end the night with a dance party too, so it's a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun, and I love how you guys say it doesn't matter what form you come in, you will leave more confident.
Yes, and leave with hope. We have a lot of women who step into those doors that morning, kind of not sure, like, what did I get myself into? Where do I go from here in life? Like, I'm going through some hard things, and leaving with hope and next steps is a great thing to give them.
I bet it's awesome to see from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. how those women are transforming.
Yes. And I love seeing their light bulb moments, like when they get a concept and they're like, oh my gosh, that's what I can do to move forward. It's so simple, but I just need some accountability to do it. Like, those are the moments that are really exciting to see as a coach.
Definitely renewing. I bet it's a breath of fresh air for a lot of those women, and it's going to be at the Holiday Inn from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on April 13th, but you're going to want to go and get your tickets now because they do go fast, and we'll have all that information on valleynewslive.com.
Great stuff. Abby Furchner reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. According to a new survey, 12% of adults get relief from a cold or flu by doing this.
The answer is calling mom. Mom can fix everything.
Yep.
You can take part in our question of the morning on the Valley News Live Facebook page. Go ahead, join the conversation. One thing mom can't control, I should say, is our cold temps this morning, though.
Yeah, it's pretty frigid out there. We've got some numbers down into the teens below. Here's our view from Fargo. It's hazy. We've got a bit of fog there. We're looking at temperatures on their way up to 16 degrees today, though. So we will recover. We'll get some sunshine, too, with that pretty sunrise. And the wind is pretty light. Here's a look at those numbers. We're some of us in the 20s below. Bundle up. Warmer weather on the way.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. But remember, the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather right now on the Fargo CW.